Hi friends, I am starting an experiment to grow Kohlrabi in Spider Farmer Hydroponic system. This variety is called Kossak. Not sure if I am pronouncing correctly. This is a hybrid variety and this Kohlrabi can grow really gigantic. It can grow up to 10 lbs. Let's see how this is going to work out in hydroponics and especially in this Spider Farmer Hydroponic system. I am placing 2 seeds in each pod and starting with the 4 pods. My goal is to grow 4 plants in this hydroponic system. In case both seeds germinated, I am going to thin out the seedlings and keep only 1 per pod. By the way, the seeds are looking pretty different. It looks like a palleted. Not sure if they are really palleted or the seeds are actually like this. But they are pretty shiny. It looks like there is some coating on the seeds. That's it. The garden is ready with the 4 pods and 2 seeds in each pod. As always, I will add water, but I will not add the nutrition right away. I will start adding nutrition once I see the seedlings. And I am going to use Aerogarden nutrients throughout the grow cycle for this experiment. This garden is all set and good to go. It's been 4 days. The germination is pretty good. I see seedlings in 3 out of 4 pods and they're coming nice. And this pod has 2 seedlings. One pod didn't have any signs of germination yet. Even though both seeds stunted in this pod, I can actually pull out one seedling from this pod and transplant it here. So I think it's going very well so far. It's a good beginning. Now that I see the seedlings, I will start adding nutrition. I will use Aerogarden nutrients throughout this grow cycle and I will use 3 ml for every 1 liter of water. The bowl capacity of the Spider Farmer is 6 liters and I added water all the way to the max level, which is 6 liters. So I will start with 18 ml of Aerogarden nutrients. Going forward, every time when I refill this bowl with water, I will add 3 ml for every 1 liter of water and refill the bowl. And I'm going to maintain the same ratio throughout this grow cycle. It's day 6. As I showed earlier, this pod didn't have any seeds germinated, but this one had 2 seedlings. So I moved one of the seedlings from this pod to this pod. Now I have 4 pods with seedlings. This pod has 2 seedlings, so I am going to pull out one seedling. It came off nice. Alright, now I have 4 pods with 1 seedling in each pod. This is a good beginning. Let's see where it will end up. It's day 12. All seedlings are coming very nice. In fact, they are plants now. They are coming up with lots of new development and the growth is really good. I'm a little confused now whether I should move these plants to the corners of the garden and leave enough room or just keep them in the center. My only worry is if I move these plants to the edges, I will lose all the concentrated light that is coming in the center. So all that light is going to be wasted. Usually there is not enough light or there is not enough concentrated light on the edges. So if I move the plants to the edges, definitely they are not going to leverage the concentrated light coming from the center. So I'm going to leave them like this for a few more days. And once the plants are little more established, I will move them to the corners. It's been 20 days. The plants are coming excellent. I don't see any signs of kohlrabi yet, but they are pretty young plants, so I can't expect anything yet. Now that the plants are growing very well, I'm going to move them to the corners. I think they can leverage light very well, even if I move them to the corners. Wow, they have already developed a nice root system, but it is still manageable. That's easy. Okay, not difficult. I will repeat the same for other plants. It's day 23. The plants are coming nice and strong. Look at this excellent development so far. And it looks like the plants are setting themselves up for the Kohlrabi formation. This is where the Kohlrabi is going to start developing. So I see nice formation here. Same thing on all plants. Looks good so far. It's day 36. Something terribly bad happened to these plants. I don't know exactly what was the reason, but I strongly believe it is due to the water level. At some point I noticed that the water level was very low. I still saw a little bit of water or lot of moisture available in this bowl, but the water level was extremely low. Maybe that was the bad thing for these plants. They always expect a lot of water. That is when these leaves started drooping and they eventually started drying up. Now they are very badly dried up, but all the new growth is looking pretty good. Look at this. I immediately acted and added water. Since then I see fresh growth is coming very nice. So that's actually a good news, even though the growth got disappointed and depressed a lot. Anyway, nothing to be worried about, I guess, at this point. All the new growth is really good. I'm going to remove all these dried up leaves. They are even just falling off. They're just coming off easily. So I'm going to remove all these older and dried up leaves. Yeah, some leaves are very strong and some leaves are just coming off easily. Yeah. Okay, anyway, I'm going to remove all the leaves, whatever comes easily, and let the new growth come nice. It's day 46. All 4 plants are doing excellent, and look at this nice development of kohlrabi. This is the same thing on all plants. This kohlrabi is slightly bigger. This is really nice, and this is the 3rd one, and here is the 4th one. So they're all developing very nice. It's day 65. The kohlrabis are not growing anymore. So this looks like this is the max they can grow here. Not bad actually. This is pretty good. The biggest one is about 3.5 to 4 inches wide. That's really amazing. And the smallest one is 2 inches, and the remaining 2 are in between. So this is definitely an excellent growth, and they're not showing any progress for more than 10 days. So in that case, they are ready on day 55 itself. But I'm just hopeful that they might grow even big. So I'm just waiting. Now that I'm not seeing any growth, I'm not going to start harvesting these kohlrabis. I don't want to wait any longer. If you wait longer, they get woody, something like radish. If you wait longer, they get woody and they lose all their sweetness. So I don't want that happen. At least now I know. Next time I can harvest them on day 55. But for now, as I'm waiting, I ended up with a day 65. But I'm going to start harvesting from today. So I will harvest the biggest one today. And this will go into my salad. Wow, it's already very strong. Look at this. Wow, beautiful. Alright, this is the end of my experiment. I'm going to harvest remaining kohlrabis in next 3 days, and I'm going to add them to my salad. They give nice crunch and I really like it in my salads. So in next 3 days, this garden will be over. Alright, that's a really fun experiment. Thanks for watching, and happy hydroponics growing.